Discrimination is still discrimination, no matter who it's directed at. Judging people based on their skin color is simply racism. It's surprising that this concept is so hard for some to grasp. During a live broadcast of the Dr. Phil show, Candace Owens dismantled a woke professor's arguments on this contentious topic. In an episode focused on discrimination, a panel of 4 guests joined Dr. Phil to discuss the issue. Among them were Candace Owens and Dr. Luke Wood, a university professor with a contrasting viewpoint. Dr. Phil posed a provocative question. Can white people experience discrimination, given that they are the majority in many Western societies and discrimination is often tied to power dynamics? Dr. Wood firmly responded, "Yes, absolutely. It happens frequently, even systemically, particularly at elite universities and also in workplaces." This response sparked a debate over a highly contested issue. Many argue that the majority's position of power makes them immune to discrimination, but this oversimplifies a much more nuanced reality. Candace Owens countered by emphasizing that discrimination is never justified, even as a means to correct past injustices. Affirmative action has been around for over 50 years, yet relations between racial groups have only become more strained. On campuses, students feel as though they're being pitted against each other because of these policies. She criticized the focus on racial quotas at the expense of merit and individual achievement. According to Owens, such policies often disadvantage white and Asian students who face higher standards for admission. Despite a 2023 US Supreme Court ruling against race-based college admissions, many institutions continue to push for these practices, fueled by ideologies that seek to justify them. Dr. Luke Wood offered a different perspective. These policies aim to address historical inequalities. Imagine a game of Monopoly where some players have had multiple turns before others even start. Restoring balance doesn't mean the game becomes unfair. Owens sharply rebutted, arguing that such policies harm everyone involved. When you artificially place black students in universities where they're not academically prepared, they often struggle. Dr. Thomas Sowell observed this at Cornell University, where many black students, despite being brilliant, ended up on academic probation. These policies don't help anyone. They're designed to make people feel good, but they cause more harm than good. The discussion also touched on broader societal implications. Comedian Tyler Fisher shared his experience of being turned away by agencies because he was white. He joked that he should identify as a Latino woman just to meet diversity quotas. Fisher's story highlights the real-life consequences of so-called reverse discrimination on careers and opportunities. Owens concluded with a powerful statement. You can't end discrimination by creating new forms of it. Favoring one group over another breeds resentment and undermines the principle of equality. This isn't progress. It's poison for a system based on merit. The discussion underscored the complexity of the debate around diversity initiatives and their unintended consequences. Key questions remain. How can we ensure inclusion without creating injustice? And how can we prevent well-intentioned policies from perpetuating the very inequalities they aim to eliminate? This issue is not confined to the United States. It resonates deeply in Europe as well, where debates over affirmative action and diversity policies continue to spark controversy. In countries like France and Germany, where immigration and multiculturalism have reshaped societies, similar tensions have emerged around race-based policies and quotas. The European Union's emphasis on equality and anti-discrimination laws has led to initiatives aimed at increasing representation for underrepresented groups in education and employment. However, critics argue that these measures risk fostering a sense of exclusion among native populations, particularly in regions facing economic challenges and high unemployment rates. As in the US, the concern in Europe is that efforts to rectify historical injustices may unintentionally create new divisions, fueling resentment and populist backlash. This highlights the need for a balanced approach that promotes meritocracy and social cohesion without compromising the principles of fairness and equality. If you found this discussion insightful and want to stay informed on similar topics, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to Europe Reporter for more in-depth analyses and updates. Hit the notification bell to ensure you never miss our latest content, where we delve into the most pressing issues shaping Europe and beyond. Join the conversation in the comments below. We'd love to hear your thoughts.